What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Constant, and today we are back at it, reviewing another pro matchup. On the bottom right hand corner we have Throp, and on the top left hand corner we have Innovation. Both of these players, very high level, very good. I think Trap's PvT is the best in the game right now. Like, hands down, no one beats him when it comes to PvT. He is the strongest against Terran as the Protoss race. On the other hand, Innovation, they have a nickname for him. You know what they call him? They call him the Machine. He's so good. He executes so well. And I think he's like top 3 in earnings as well. I mean, that's so good. I think he is the most consistent Terran. And I forgot the statistic, what it was, but he's been making the GSL for like 7 or something years in a row, which is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, he's not even that old. I mean, I guess he's almost like 27, 26. It's almost time for him to go to his mandatory military training. If you guys did not know, every Korean pro player has to go for their mandatory training before 28, I think. It's either 28 or 26. I think it's 28. But yeah, so they have to go before that. And most pro players do not make a return when they finish the military. Unless, you know, I mean, most do make a return, but not many of them are like actually good anymore. Like Tasia, he returned and he's been actually doing really well lately. I mean, there's a common stigma going around that like the older you get, the slower your hands move, and you can't type as fast and stuff like that. So I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But Parting, he actually went after he won BlizzCon. He went for his military training early so that he could come back earlier, and he's been doing amazing. I think GSL he got to like round of 4, which is absolutely amazing. He took down Maru. Like, Parting. Picture this, alright guys? Parting took down Maru. Can you guys believe it? I still can't believe it. I'm still in shock. But anyways, I digress. Before I started ranting, let's get back into the game. It looks like a pretty standard game from here. Both players took the expansion on the low ground. Trap going for the Blinkstalkers. Oh, not Blinkstalkers. Going for the Twilight Council. This might be the Blinkstalkers, sorry. That Parting has been going for his infamous Blinkstalkers that he used to take down Maru, actually. How ironic. But that actually might be what he is going for. Yes, Blink it is. I wonder how Innovation responds to this. I mean, Innovation, he basically just macros. I mean, macros and micros. He's just so good, but he's got a couple Hellions poking in. He might be able to get some probes, actually. Where's the defense for Trap? He has 1 Stalker over here. But 2 Hellions can easily bypass that Stalker, so I wonder if they can actually get anything done. They instantly bypass it and go straight into the main base. Target firing. Nice split by Trap. But still, he has... Ooh, nice body block as well by Trap. But still, Innovation gets 4 probes? That's 4 probes. I mean, 4 probes for 2 Hellions. I guess that's an okay trade. I mean, not ideal. You'll probably want more for both sides. You either want like at least 6 probes. And as Trap, you want to defend perfectly. But I think, despite him having only 1 Stalker for the defense, I think that was a pretty good defense right there. Bunker going down for Innovation. He knows what's happening. He knows that Trap is going for the Blinkstalkers. He did see that Twilight Council, I believe. Oops, wrong vision. Oh, I pressed it wrong. There we go. He saw it. Sorry about that, guys. But Stim and Combat Shields also is on the way. Marines, Marauders, any medevacs? Medevacs will be making soon, but anything that starts with M, you know the Terran will be making it. Also has a Raven on the way, probably to detect the Observer on the high ground, so the Protoss player cannot easily blink in. But I think Trap's going to want to go for his 3rd base as well, predicted by that probe right there. Also going for Robotics Bay, that is interesting. I wonder if he's rushing into Colossus or Disruptors. I feel like Colossus would be the favorite, and that's what most people have been getting lately, so that makes more sense, but you never know. Sometimes these pro players like to trick each other. It's like 3D chess. I mean, if I make like a small move of like hiding my upgrade, my Diamond 3 opponent will be like, okay, he's getting it. Now he's not, you know. They won't think much of it. But pro players, they have like, it's like, yeah, just like 3D chess. I mean, they have so many things going through their mind. So many algorithms are like, what could this mean? What could this mean? And stuff like that. So, I mean, it's interesting nonetheless. But the observer is going to come in now. Let's see if innovation spots it right away. Right away? Right away. Yes. I think he can see it now. You don't want to put it too close, Trap. Innovation heard it. He's looking for it. Run! Ooh, that was close. Jimmy, tasked with destroying the Nexus and the probe on his own. With a little shield over there from Sparta. But, yeah, Trap, Innovation was completely prepared for this. He loses the Stalker, but he does pick off one Marauder. I don't know if that was worth it. But 1-1 and just +1 attack. Yeah, it looks like surprised Innovation didn't go for 1-1. I guess since he was afraid about the push from Trap, he didn't go for 1-1. He only built one engineering bay, but he did go for concussive shells. You see, as the Protoss player, when the Terran is pushing like this, you want to slow down their push as much as possible, especially with Blink Stalkers, because you can harass them, pick off a Marine or a Marauder, and then back away and then move in again. But the shield battery has been put down. I wonder if Trap's going to be using the shield overcharge in this. It is. I actually used it myself. It is very powerful. Ooh. That was very close. If he would have picked up that Raven, that would have been game over. Oh, not game over, but Innovation would have had to move back. Because right now he can easily disable his Colossus and fight the Starker army. Stalkers are very flimsy against Marine or Marauder especially, and they can die pretty easily. One Adept, I mean, he could shut down the command center if he actually attacked properly. But is that attack commencing? No. Innovation's gonna back off. Poor Adept, 1 kill to his name, will go down. But a drop is in the main base of Trap. Trap has a Colossus and a couple Zealots here. Trap, you don't want to push with that Colossus, especially since he has Marauder slow. Or concussive shell, sorry. Viking production has started for Innovation along with +1 armor. Yeah, Innovation's gonna back off. I mean, he knows that the shield battery's there. Trap is slowly and steadily building up his economy and his units. He'll have enough to defend that. But Trap going for +1 attack as well. Both players have a sort of like a gentleman's agreement where they're like, okay, I expect you to be able to defend this, so I'm not gonna push you like that. And Trap's like, yep, agreed. Same, fam, same. But it looks like Innovation is going for round 2. And he's going to see if he can push in through the natural choke right over here. I mean, with the Colossus there, I don't think you want to push. But Trap scouting around, making sure there's no medevacs, no proxies, or anything of the sort. This observer will be picked off, yep, by the Raven over there. But Innovation, he's just constantly making army. They call him a machine for a reason. His micro, I mean his macro, well, micro as well, but macro is so good. It's just, I just can't even describe how good it is. But it looks like the Dank Shrine is on the way for Trap as well. Innovation scouting the 4th base of Trap. He might want to push right over here. We'll have to see what his plans are. Right now he's just poking and prodding. I'm surprised he hasn't taken his 4th base yet. Did he build it in his main? No. I'm surprised he hasn't taken his 4th base yet. He's got +2/+2 on the way, while Trap is only going for +1 attack. I'm surprised why he's prioritizing his attack instead of armor, because usually against a Terran player you prioritize armor. Disruptor on the way as well. Maybe because he's going for Colossus. That just might be. I mean, Colossus, especially with their thermal lens ability, they do a lot of damage. I don't know if that's worth it though, because I know since they do 2 attacks, it does like double the damage basically, because +2, or yeah, +2 for each slice, so it's like +4 technically. But I still would rather go for armor first. But that's just me. I'm just a loser, diamond level player. Trap, clearly the professional. He's actually continuing to make disruptors. That's interesting. Innovation going for Ghost. I would like to see some High Templars, or at least a Templar Archives from Trap. I don't see that either, but let's go. Looks pretty. Both players are just poking and prodding. They don't really want to attack yet. They're literally just moving back and forth right now. Kind of got a lull in the game, but they're getting all their upgrades. Innovation getting lots of ghosts and getting enhanced shockwaves. Trap getting DT blink and is that observer speed? I think that's observer speed. Oh, actually, that's warp prism speed. Sorry. But yeah, it looks like none of them really want to attack. They're just macroing their hearts away. Innovation going with a little side attack there. Observer does get picked off once again, but they're just going for all of their upgrades. And he blinked in there, took out a couple of those workers, but then backed off immediately. Trap is going to see this attack with the pylon there. DTs somehow survive over there, spread out. But Innovation, he's just macroing his heart away on 3 bases. 4th base is not on location, but Trap's already on 4 bases. He's got a nice gateway wall here. He's probably looking to take his 5th base soon. I mean, Trap just has a really good army right now, but the thing about the Ghost is one simple EMP can take away all the shields off the Protoss player. But then again, 4 disruptors can easily turn the tide of the battle. +3/+3 is on the way for Innovation already. Trap hasn't. I'm surprised Trap hasn't built a second forge yet. I don't know if that's good. I mean, he has no armor upgrades. He's gonna be melted by these units. It looks like he's gonna go for an attack right now. Innovation's army is split up. He does charge in right now. Nice job by him knowing his map presence. He does send a Nova in the way, picks off a couple Marauders, but then he does back away. Picks off one more Marine. Some late force fields there, but a nice flank by Innovation. Picks off 3 or 4 more Marines with another Disruptor shot. But 11 SCVs have been killed. A nice Zealot / GT flank will take down the planetary fortress that was morphing in. That might trigger Innovation to go for an all-in. Nice Disruptor. That wasn't that nice, but Innovation just straight up smashed Trap's army right there. I mean, he's got a couple of Disruptors left. He's going to land the Vikings, but DTs are here to maybe try to... Oh my goodness! That was a juicy Disruptor hit. Wow, Trap's going to try to warp in a bunch of more units, but it's mainly just Ghost and Ghost, Zealot, DT. I mean, Trap has nothing left. Innovation is just straight up smashing him right now. Trap's trying to pull apart some resources and some units, but his supply just diminished so fast. He lost everything. He did not want that. He did not want to pick that engagement. Innovation had a nice surround there, but I think that will be it. I think Innovation just takes it. I don't know what Trap can do. He's already lost about 30 workers. His 4th base is being picked off as well. I mean, +3 is going to finish, but at what cost? 68 supply versus 148. I'm just going to channel my inner Todd. Look at the soup. Look at the supply. Look at the supply. More than double for Innovation. And you're just going to keep on macroing at home. This is why they call him the machine. Trap's going to go for a last ditch warp into the main base, but with all these missile turrets, I don't know what you're going to get done. I guess since he has warp prism speed, well, he could have dived in there, but now that he backed off, he won't be able to. And I think Trap's just prolonging this game. I think it's not worth it, but maybe he just wants to see if he can maybe pull out a rabbit out of a hat. Magician trick right there. Hail Mary with the Disruptor. Can you get anything? Oh! God, he got a lot with that. He got a lot of ghosts. Oh my goodness. Wow. I still think this army is going to lose to Innovation, especially with the flank coming in from the back. But that was a massive Disruptor hit by Trap. Anyway, guys, that was it for game 1. Spoiler, this is going to be a best of 5, and I will see you guys in the next game. What's up, guys, and welcome back to game 2 on Eternal Empire LE. Once again, Trap versus Innovation. Innovation kind of just like ripped out Trap in the last match. He basically was the Zerg and surrounded him and just massacred him. Trap, I feel like if he had more units towards the end of the game, with that massive disruptor hit, I think he could have had a comeback if he just had more economy. But with his fourth base being picked off and losing 30 plus probes, he just had no chance. It was just a last ditch effort, but nonetheless, it was pretty cool. I don't think Innovation cared at that point. He's probably like, I'm beating you anyways. I don't care if I lose a couple ghosts. Because just as soon as he lost those ghosts, he had like 10 more coming from the flank. And I was like, whoa, it's interesting. But I want to see what's different. This is more of like a safer map for Protoss, since we only have to watch one choke, I guess you could call it. And then just the other ramp. Basically, I usually just like to gateway this off. Block this off with the gateway, which basically makes me defend only one ramp, and that's like easy 3 bases for me. But I wonder what Trap's gonna do. It looks like he's going for gateway into expansion. You know, I don't really follow build orders. I feel like I should start following build orders. I kind of just see a pro player play, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do that and make my own variety of it. I think I might make a video of that, me following like a strict build order. I might do Zest's. That's so hard to do. A nice pro block against 2 SCVs. He delayed it for like 5 to 10 seconds, which made him have an extra 100 minerals. In my last match, I don't know if I frustrated the Zerg player, but I kind of did that, and I blocked off his natural. He was floating at least like 150 minerals above that as well, and ended up taking his third base as his natural. But it looks like they're going for the same thing. I don't see any different strategy. Ooh. Actually, never mind. I thought that was something else. But yeah, it looks like it's pretty much the same thing so far. Nothing is different. They're both going for similar plays. Eco. They're not rushing. Trap going in for another scout. Reaper trying to harass a little bit. But I don't think he's going to get much done. Reapers back in the day, they were expected to get so much done, and nowadays it's like if you get 1 kill as a Reaper, it's like a gold star. You got a gold star, my friend. Back in the day, Reapers were expected to... Oh, can he pick it off? Oh, he didn't get the second shot up. But as I was saying, Reapers were expected to like get a kill, maybe 2, you know. Now it's like, if you scout well, it's like, yeah, good job, buddy, good job. But yeah, once again, Twilight Council coming down for Trap. Let's see if it's going to be for that Blink Stalker again, or maybe if it's going to be for Adept Glaives. Blink Stalkers once again. Innovation looks like he's going for the same thing. But this time it's only 1 lowly Hellion, not 2. Surprised he didn't make 2. That's odd. Maybe he realized he won't be able to do much damage since he saw the Adept there. And just figured, I'll save 100 minerals. Ah, that's why. Banshees with Cloak. Hellion and Reaper combo. Oh, can he actually get anything done? I think he's going to pick off a couple probes here. Maybe? Can he even get 1? Oh, yeah, he got 1. 2 probes for a Hellion and a Reaper. And he scouted. Did he scout? I should probably see innovations. Did he see the Twilight? Oh, he saw it earlier, I guess, so. He knows. He knows what he's facing again. Got the tank already on the way. I think Trap needs to, like, push out now. I'm surprised his robotics is kind of late, too. I don't know. I feel like players should stop going for this strategy. They saw Parting make it work, but Parting has, like, I think, honestly, the best micro in the world right now. Like, his micro is so good. But I think that's why he's able to execute it. I see a lot of Protoss players going for the same strategy as well, and I don't really see it working. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Pylon over here, down on the ground, just so that he can spot any incoming drops. 3rd command center already halfway done for innovation. Now that is early. Trap hasn't even thought about oh, he's thought about it. He's about to get it. Banshee is over there. Observer is on the way. Cloak is finished. And I don't think... Does he have an observer? Oh, he already has an observer. But where is it? That's the real location. Location? That's the real question. I don't think Innovation's gonna get much done with this Banshee, but a second Banshee is coming down. 2 Banshees can one-shot any worker. But Trap knows exactly what's going on. He has the Observer sitting right next to that Banshee. Both cloaked units. They can't see each other though. Oh, Banshee is no longer cloaked. But Trap, he's not even gonna go for any pressure with these Stalkers. I think he's just sitting back. Robotics Bay once again has been taken by Trap. Their base has also been taken. Banshees are just being followed by the Observer. It's like that annoying little friend or little brother, I guess you have, and it's like, dude, get away from me. I'm with my friend. And he's like, no, I want to play with you guys. That's the analogy I think of when like an Observer is following something. I don't know why. Hallucinated Scout is coming in for Trap. He does see that their base is finished. That might trigger him to go for some sort of push, since he hasn't even finished his third base, and that's extremely early. But I think once his Thermal Lanes finishes in 2 Colossus, I think that's usually the magical number, 2 Colossus are out, he might go on the map just to prod and poke and maybe see if he can do some damage. But Innovation with the greedy play there, and so far it's worked out. 3 command centers, already on 57 workers. I don't know what Trap was thinking when he sent in 4 Stalkers, but 8 Stalkers now. Charge is also on the way. I really think he needs to go for Temple Archives. I think that's like one of the most crucial things because Colossus, they're good, but they can get countered pretty easily. And when you build Colossus, you usually surround them with mostly Stalkers. But he is going for charge earlier, so hopefully he can get more Zealots. I think last game he had too many Stalkers that were buffering for the Colossus, and they just kind of got squished by the infantry of Innovation. Hyperflight Rotors on the way as well. Does he still have those 2 Banshees? I don't know. Let's see. Where are they? Oh, they're at home. But that's interesting. I'm surprised he's actually... Oh, he looks like he is making more. Okay. I was going to say just 2 Banshees. But this basically makes them move a lot faster. Oh, wait a second. Are we seeing mech? Oh my goodness. This was so late for me to realize. I didn't see he was making so many of those, what's it called? Factories, but Trap sees this now. Yeah, you really do not want Colossus. That's not good for Trap. You really do not want Colossus. Thank God he saw it now. He's trying to, like, put the barracks down to hoping that he will not see... maybe he already knows. But, you really don't want to go Colossus against mech, because it will, honestly to God, just destroy you. The magical composition against mech is Immortal Archon Zealot, because it's really powerful. Don't Trap. Don't. For the poor Stalkers. There's so many tanks here. With Hyperflight Rotors, those Banshees will be moving really fast. Hellion run by. Oh, nice force field there. And another one. Gosh, great play by Trap. Trap is a very good defensive player. I think I said it like in the last game, but he is so good. Where are these Banshees? Where are these Banshees? I don't see a red blip. Oh, I guess it was over here. Sorry about that. I missed that engagement. What was I saying again? Oh yeah, Trap. His defensive game is so good. But I think there are better people, in my opinion. Innovation is gonna try to take. Then look how fast those Banshees move with Hyperflight Rotors. Gosh, that's crazy. I don't know what he's trying to do with like 8 Stalkers on the map. Mag Fuel Accelerator also has been finished for Innovation. That makes those Cyclones do a lot more damage. You can tell by the little laser in front of their faces. Faces? Do Cyclones have faces? I guess everything has a face, right? Technically, Blue Flame has also been finished. +2/+2 is on the way for Innovation. Gravitic Boosters, Observer Speed, that's interesting. I guess because of the Banshees. I didn't know he made 5 Banshees. Yeah, you'd want it against that. Yeah, think about these Banshees, like, I guess, yeah, they have a good amount of like supply, like 10 supply, but they can do so much damage. They can wipe out a mineral line within seconds. Look how much damage they're doing. They're gonna kill the immortal. Oh my goodness, the fight! Both of the Colossus have been, whatever it's called, immobilized, I guess you could say, by the Ravens, and Trap just gets smashed in that engagement. The Banshee's doing so much damage. I think they're gonna pick off both the Colossus as well. Trap, you can't even run home with that. The Banshees just do so much damage, but there is also a huge warping inside the main base of Innovation. Warp Prism did sneak in there. Banshee is there, but the worst thing for a Terran player is when another army is on top of your production, because it can easily take you down. Zealot's doing so much damage, killing everything that's popping out at once. I think if we can get one more wave of units in with that Warp Prism, he's going to try to pick up the Warp Prism, and the last Zealot does die. The Cyclone does live on. But Trap is going to try to come in for another push through the middle of the map. It's a scrappy game now. I think if he can just push through with enough units, but Trap has no Warp Prism to reinforce right now. This is all he has. He's going to try to blink in once again inside the main base to pick off more and more reinforcements here. But I think he should be easily taken down here, especially with the Hellbass transforming in front of the Stalker's face. That Immortal is key right now. If that Immortal can lock onto those Cyclones, he can do a lot of damage. I think Trap should go for the third base right now and kill as many workers as he can. But he is slowly and slowly reinforcing to the front lines from his base. He does not have a Warp Prism, but he is making 2 Colossus at a time. 14 SCVs, 16 SCVs, another flank with Zealots. Innovation is just falling apart. Trap is everywhere. But Siege Tanks on the high ground will eliminate any type of pressure on this low ground. One Zealot doing... Wow. A Zealot versus a Planetary. Tell me a story. Tell me another story. Zealot can easily take that down. It's just a building. Come on, Zealot. But 25 workers have been killed for Innovation. That is not very good. Just look at the units lost. 42 SCVs versus 18. Okay, that's not what you want. You want less lost. But Trap happily mining off of 5 bases. I'm still surprised that he hasn't gone for High Templars or any Archons. That's just so surprising to me. He's basically running off of gateway units and a robotics facility. Like, he doesn't have that many robotics facility. He has 1 Immortal or 2 Immortals and a Colossus. But if he can pick up this base, that will be a massive victory right before the army shows up. But with that army showing up, I don't think you're going to be able to take that down. Because Planetaries, that's a nice defensive point for Innovation, where you can put the bunker down and turtle up. That Versal Observer will be picked off as Innovation sees it and scans it. 3 Immortals at a time. See, that's what you want to see. You want to see that. And I really would like to see a Templar Archives or a Dark Shrine for those Archons, because they can do a lot of damage and they can tank a lot as well. Trap going through that small choke. I don't know if you want to go through there, but it looks like he has enough. Innovation out of position, just sieged up now. Zealots on top of some of those tanks now. Tanks doing more and more friendly fire. Colossus targeting those Hellions down. Stalkers blinking onto those tanks, but that is so much damage. These Colossus are going to die as well. You really want to back up here, Trap. But the Immortals do pick off both of those siege tanks. But the Immortals are kind of stranded now, and they will be picked off probably by that Banshee right there. He saves one of those. Can you save the Stalkers? The Stalker just blinks away. But this is such a scrappy game by both players. I mean, constantly battling and constantly losing more and more units. But Trap is just happily mining off of 5 bases now. Innovation is still on 4 bases. He's trapped in these bases and he cannot expand. Trap has vision of the rest of the bases. Trap once again going in. I think since Trap has the better economy, he's just sacrificing his units and he's trying to do as much damage as he can. Can he pick up that Warp Prism? Or no, the Warp In does come down on top of his units. Innovation has lost most of his tanks. I think that's the only tank he has left. That is the only tank he has left. The Colossus and the Observer give the high ground there, and I think that will be it. Another tank does pop out, but GG, Trap takes it. What an amazing game by Trap. He constantly put on pressure. He acted like the Zerg player. He kept on throwing more and more units into there. He didn't even go for that high attack. He just kept on throwing mostly gateway units, a couple of Mortals, a Colossus, and he kept on doing more and more damage. He didn't let Innovation build up. See, as mech, you really don't want them to build up. And that's exactly what Trap did. Well, now the series is tied, 1-1. I'll see you guys in the next game. Alright guys, welcome back to game 3 of this best of 5. Sorry, but I didn't add the score for innovation last game, but I have added it now. So it is now tied 1-1. Trap, excellent performance of last game. Channeling his inner Zerg. Takes on innovation. Oops, why do I have it set to player vision? There we go. Sorry about that. But pylon over here just to block the Reaper. Probably going to be a gateway right there as well. But as I was saying, Trap did an excellent job of taking out innovation that game. He just attacked from so many different places that innovation was so flustered. And he won the game. And now the series is tied. So let's see if they just continue to do the same strategy or if they try something else out. Because so far, Trap has done the same strategy for 2 games straight. Innovation did go mech last game, and that didn't work out. And then you'll just see people complaining on balance pages. Oh, mech doesn't work against Protoss. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, if you guys want your daily load of salt, honestly, just go to the Blizzard Reddit pages, and you'll find so many salty people there complaining about, like, Void Raids. And Void Raids are OP. Like, dude, what race are you, Terran? Just make Mass Marine, and you will shred any Voids. Are you Zerg? Congrats, 2 parasitic bombs, especially on lower levels, and the entire Void army will be dead. Only case you can make is Protoss, because if you don't really have other Voids or other air units, Voids kind of just kill, because Stalkers die pretty easily by the Voids, especially when they activate that armor ability. But Trap going for a little bit of a harass there, harassing the SCV so that he couldn't build a command center, and he was about 110 resources up ahead before he planted it down. SCV scouting. It's a nice little block for the Reaper, so the Reaper cannot enter the base other than the ramp and this slight jump right over there. I'm surprised at how Reapers don't get used more. I feel like in the highest level of play, just adding like 2 or 3 Reapers to your army and using your KDA charges just to, like, I don't know, blast away your opponents so they're like juggled could do so much damage. I feel like Reapers have so much potential. But once again, Twilight counts are opening from Trap. And an innovation. Probably going to be going 1-1-1 Destiny and Cloudfist build. The oldest build in the book. I myself do like going for Blink Stalkers against Terran. I feel like it gives me lots of map control and helps me defend against drops. I usually don't open Robotics Facility because I feel like it can easily backfire on me, especially if they hit me a lot of Marines early. And I don't have anything to defend because I'll have like 1 Immortal or 2 Immortals, and that, like, I could have like, what, 6 Stalkers or something instead. So that's why I, as well, do not really like to go for Robotics Facility first, unless it's like an early Banshee or something of the sorts. But Robotics Facility is now being planted for Trap. Is it? Did he plant it in the front? Oh, it's right here. I was gonna say you really don't want that in the wall, my friend. It's gonna harm you. But it looks like Innovation is going for. Where are they? I heard it. I didn't see it though. Oh, there he is. There he is. Mr. Widowmine right there. Maybe he's expecting an Oracle. It's not an Oracle. It's not Stargate opening, so I'm surprised Innovation is thinking that. Sending like what? 8 Marines on the map too? Such a weird. What is he doing? Looks like he's gonna be going for a mine drop as well, but okay. Maybe he was just checking to see if anything was on the map, or he's maybe still looking for those adepts. But since he did open Blink Stalkers, I mean, he should have good enough defense to defend against 1 mine, right? Hopefully, he can defend against it. But I mean, 1 mine can't really do much damage. Anyways, you can easily just pull your probes and then leave 1 probe. But then again, easily, it's not even that easy, right? If you just look away for 1 second and the mines just burrow, you're honestly just dead. But the mine does come down. There you go. Sacrifices 1 probe. Oh, she's trying to retarget there. Oh wow, we got another probe that was sitting over there, and he saves the mine. 2 probes for free. Couldn't ask for anything more, can you, as Innovation? Once again, Banshee is now on the way, but I don't think he got cloak. Let's see. Yep, no cloak. Not today. But it looks like Trap does want to put on some pressure with his Blink Stalkers. See, now it's like 5 minutes or so. Now I always want to hit as Blink just finishes. I feel like if he can ramp up some damage, he can actually do a good amount. He might be able to take innovation down. What you want to do right now is you really want to snipe these siege tanks. You want to keep the siege tank count low. Can he pick it up? And he does. Good play by Trap, but he does lose a lot. He does lose a lot of his stalkers. He tries to pick a bunch of them up, but he saves 3 stalkers. Oh, I didn't see he had 2 more in the corner there. They're gonna die anyways, so I don't think it really matters. But he's gonna warp in some more. He did pick out that siege tank, which is good. To make this strategy work, you have to keep the siege tank count low. But with the siege tank now popping out, you want to run away. Especially with the bunker and siege tank and the natural, you're not going to be able to break that. So I'm surprised he hasn't taken his 3rd base yet. Looks like maybe he wants to ramp up some more pressure. Or maybe he just forgot. Oh, there we go. It will not be deployed, but that is a late 3rd base. Maybe he can do some damage if he can put the stalkers behind the mirror line. He might be able to pick off some SCVs. But with the tank covering that now, he won't be able to. Oh, that nice slight blind vision there. But he's going to be bombarded by those tank shots. He picks up 2 SCVs for free. But I don't really know if that was worth it. He does lose the shields on one of those stalkers. Or he actually took some whole damage by losing more than just shields. Bench is coming in. They do pick up 3 probes, but Trap is there with the stalkers to defend against that. Looks like the game has reached a bit of a lull. Innovation is still on 2 bases. 3rd base now flying over. It looks like both players are going to start macroing up now. I think Innovation, having the 3rd base finished, is going to be in a much better position. If he can pick up that tank, that'd be nice, but Trap is just losing a lot of stalkers already. Just look at the units lost. 6 stalkers, 2 depths, and 8 probes. Versus just... that's... oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say. I think Trap is just not playing as well this game. He's just trying to do what he did last time and just constantly harassing, but it's not going that well. You want to be picked up? Oh... those tanks would have ruined those stalkers' day if he didn't pick up. That was a hot pickup. A nice play by Trap. Banshees are now returning home for Innovation. He did catch that medevac in the middle of the map. Nice blink micro there to avoid getting hit. Medevac will return home as well. And it looks like Charge and Colossus once again on the way, along with 4 more gates being thrown down. Innovation happily mining on those bases, especially with those yellow mining machines. They give you so much income. Just watch Innovation's income just skyrocket. He was sitting at like 1800, I think. Let's see. Or it will skyrocket. Yeah, look at that, 2400. As soon as they make that return, it does spike up right there. 5th base also now on the way. See, that's more like an original timing for a 5th base or 4th base, so that's good for Trap. At least he got back into it. Hyperfight rotors coming once again for Innovation, but he doesn't even have Cloak. Oh, he has it queued up. I was gonna say, why would you get that if you don't have Cloak? You really want Cloak. And 6th base coming once again for Trap. It is going to be... is it a mech play? No, it looks pretty bio to me. Oh, it is mech play. I wonder when he scouted that. Oh, I guess once he saw the additional factories there, he realized that it was going to be a mech play once again. And that is why he is expanding so much. See, basically, when a Terran player goes mech, they really turtle down and like siege up and just want to defend their own base. They don't move out until they are fully maxed out. And as the Protoss player, what you want to do here is expand. Massively expand and do as much, mine as much as you can, because when the Terran player moves out, it's going to be an incredibly hard push to stop. A maxed out mech army is really hard to stop. That is why you want to just keep on expanding and get as much money as you can, and do what Trap did last game, where you just keep on throwing units at them and keep on destroying their army so that they cannot rebuild multiple times, or they can't max out fully. One Banshee is picked off right there. Cloak is not down. I think that's really gonna hurt Innovation. One medevac now boosting away with the rest of the Marines. But it looks like Trap is on the map and he wants to do some damage right now. Hellion hit squad. What's that, 5 Hellions? Now going for this 5th base, and that is undetected. You see, that could do a lot of damage right now. If not, excuse me, if not defended against properly, this could do a lot of damage. Blue Flame is done as well. Stalkers are being warped in, but immediately 4 probes are taking down 6 probes, 7 probes, and 8. The Hellions will lose their lives, but not after taking 10 probes down with them. Trap also pushing now for the 4th base of Terran. And Terran is forced to lift off there. See, that's a good play. You really want to secure them and cover them. Or not secure and cover. What's my word? You want to trap them. No pun intended. You want to trap them and limit them to like 4 to 5 bases so that they cannot do much damage. Otter turrets thrown down. Did he have ravens? I must have missed it, sorry. Let's see. Did he have ravens? I guess he had a raven, yeah. But Trap just picks that off. And see, look, he's on what, 6 bases? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. Never do math or counting as a caster. You will just hurt yourself. If you can pick up this army, that'll be really good for Trap. Because the main focus of mech is just to build up, and it really relies on that siege tank count. The more siege tanks you have, the safer you are. But looks like Trap wants to come in and do some damage right over here. Innovation is coming in with all of his Banshees now as well. Let's zoom out for a better look. Trap is being pushed back. Those Banshees actually dishing out a lot of damage. There's Zealots on top of those tanks, killing those tanks. Colossus doing a good amount of damage against those Cyclones, especially with the force field pushing them away. Stalkers, you really want to focus against those Banshees because they're doing a lot of damage. Trap's going to want more observers in the army. But looks like the young Jimmies are here. Can they actually take out a base? That'd be pretty crazy if they could. They forced off all the probes, and they did take out 8 probes as well. I mean, these guys are unupgraded and no stem, so I mean, they won't be able to pick it up. But with those Banshees showing up, I think they're going to be able to pick it up, especially with the Marines distracting. Poor Jimmies sacrificing their lives for the greater good. For the Terran Dominion, the evil Terran Dominion. But Banshees now going to the main base, and a nice weapon of Stalkers will easily ward that away. But these Banshees, they just do so much damage. I mean, you can even use them in engagements. That's how good they are. I think they're going to be able to pick off all these Stalkers, especially with the shield battery running out of energy. Yes, and it's going to force a recall out of Trap. A recall of 1 Immortal? What? That was odd. His armies meet in the middle of the map. Nice blink by Trap. Picks up a good amount of Cyclones right there. But he does lose a good amount of Stalkers with the lock on. Banshees just doing so much damage. 4 kills. Let's see. Stop moving. 6 kills. 8 kills. 1 kill. 5 kills. Yeah, I mean, they're just going to keep on getting more and more. Trap honestly just needs to build more cannons or leave a good amount of Stalkers in each base. See, that's the problem. They can do so much damage that even like 4 or 5 Stalkers cannot cover them. You need like 8 Stalkers to deal with the 4 to 5 Banshees that are in that army, because they're just going to keep on doing so much damage. Looks like Trap wants to go out on the map once again and do some more damage. Siege tanks, there are a lot of siege tanks there. I don't think he's going to get much done, so he's going to have to move back. Colossus are doing a good amount of damage. A splash in the back, but it looks like he did make the Banshees retreat to their home. 2 more are on the bottom left hand side of the map. But Trap, he's being contained. Not even contained. He's only on 4 bases of the 5 that Innovation is on, and Innovation just heavily defending each base. Like this setup right here with the planetary is such a hard thing to break. I don't think it's possible. It looks like Trap is going for a last ditch effort, and he just got smashed. Like honestly, he just lost basically everything. Innovation just did so much damage to him, and GG, there you go. That's for the people that say mech can't work against Protoss because they have immortals. Yeah. Innovation just proved you wrong, my friend. Innovation just proved you on. Well, there's it. Game 3, Innovation won, and we will see you guys in the next one. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Game 4 of this best of 5 between Innovation and Trap. Innovation with the 2-1 lead as he smashes Trap in the last game with the mech play. Clearly proving that Vec is viable, especially against one of the best PvT players. But I wonder if he's gonna go for mech again. I know most people have not been really going for that mech style. So I wonder if Innovation's gonna go for it again. I mean, he has gone for 2 games in a row. And one game it worked, one game it didn't. So I mean, maybe third time is gonna work again. Third time's a charm, but second time was a charm. But the real question is Trap gonna go for Blink Stalkers again, or is he gonna go for a different opening? I think Blink Stalkers is probably the best opening, especially when your opponent goes mech. I think Blink Stalkers in general are really good against Bio. Or not Bio, Terran. Sorry, guys, I'm messing up here. It's been a long day. Game 4. Lots of matches. First time casting a series, so let's see what happens next. And if both players go for the same strategy again, or if they switch it up. Trap trying to do some more harassment with that probe there. I think the SCV... Oh... Trap's gonna go home now. Or he's gonna try to block off that next... Black off that... Black off? Black Ops? Black Ops. Block off that expansion once again, but Innovation perfectly this time. This time, 4 times the charm, and he easily takes down that probe and puts the base down exactly when it's supposed to be put down. Trap also going for his expansion on the low ground as well. Reaper. The Reaper man is on the job. Reaper's back at it. Adept is about halfway done, so I don't think the Reaper's gonna... Actually, he might be able to get a probe or so. But I believe the Adept is being Kona boost. So let's see if this Reaper can get anything done. The Reaper... Yeah, the Adept had already popped when that Reaper got out. When the Reaper got there, I should say. Is he gonna... Oh no, I was gonna say he shouldn't shade there. He blocks up that ramp so the Reaper cannot jump up. Can he kill the Reaper though? I don't think he's gonna be able to catch up. Bunker once again going down for Innovation as he does see that Twilight Council once again. Yep. That's just such a safe play to have. Just to go Bunker on the low ground because you can always salvage it later and get all of your money back. But Twilight Council once again has been made for Trap. Let's see if he's going to go for a robotics facility right away or if he's just going to go heavily into Blink Stalkers. I don't see any additional gateways just yet, so he might be going into a robotics facility just to reinforce and get a Warp Prism and Observer. 2 Adepts uncharacteristically got into the main base of Innovation. That door was open and he's going to be able to pick up the Hellion there and the Reaper as well. And can... Oh, 1 Adept does die, but maybe 1 can get out if you can kill another SCV. That's pretty good. He kills an SCV and he makes it out. Good play there by Trap. I'm surprised that Innovation actually forgot to raise the door there and let both of the Adepts in. But so far, it looks like Innovation... The thing is, you can't really tell if he's going for mech or bio because the beginner is always the same. The opening is always the same for all players, but it looks like Trap wants to go for an earlier third base this time. 2 gateways are on the way with their shield battery. Nice safe play there. Oh, cancels a gateway. Oh, maybe because he wants to take his third base. Yeah, there you go. That's an early third base. You see, that'll catch Innovation off guard. I don't think Innovation expects that. He probably expects him to have the third base later, around like 5-ish minutes, when it's more normal to get it. Well, the normal time to get a third base is usually like 4 minutes and 40 seconds, but Trap was like 25 to 30 seconds earlier there. So that might throw Innovation off guard a little bit, just like when Innovation took the early third base in game 2, I believe. But it looks like, once again, he's going for the third base in the main, not on cue. So now we just wait. Are there going to be additional gateways? I mean, additional barracks or additional factories? At this point, I think it is just going to be mech. I don't see another gateway. Why do I keep saying gateway? Sorry, guys. I don't see another barracks here with stim or combat shield starting. So I feel like he's leaning towards more mech. Well, nonetheless, Trap is going for the same strategy. Widowmine drop. That Widowmine is not going to make it. The medevac just left you, Widowmine. How do you feel? You just see the remnants on the ground. Their base has been completed for Trap. Observer now coming in, see what he can scout out. But there you go. Another factory is coming down now. 2 more factories. And that will telegraph it to Trap that innovation is going for mech. But when is he going to scout it? That's the real question. Right now he only sees the 1 factory going down. He doesn't see anything else. But once he takes a dive farther into the base, he will see it. But with the Raven being out, he's got to be careful that the observer doesn't get picked off before going farther into the base. And he will... oh, nope. And the Raven just sees the observer. Observer's got to run. And he just barely misses it. But it looks like he is going for charge and an immortal. So it looks like he's not going for heavy stalkers or Colossus, which is a good sign. Does have a what 5 gateways? 5 gateways down. Corner boosting an immortal as well. Innovation once again going for Banshees with cloak. And oh, I think that should telegraph it to Trap. Yep, he sees. No, yeah, he sees the additional reactor on that factory not taken off yet, with the barracks being lifted off. Missile turrets are now on the way. See, the mech is such a turtley style. You prevent any warp prisms from getting in your base. You prevent any scouting. And honestly, it just really helps out. But Banshee is taking the long route around the map to see if maybe they can pick off some more probes and do some more damage. That's weird. I can't see the shield battery range. I don't think it's that long. I think it's around like halfway through the probes. But it looks like Trap wants to go for an attack here. Finally getting the Temple Archives. I feel like if he had in the previous games, he might have had a better shot. But I think he just wants to hit Innovation early before he can get that critical mass of siege tanks to take him down. Or mech up, you could say. 3 more Stalkers plus 1 attack is also being researched. The Raven is right here as well. I mean, he might place down an auto turret. But it looks like Innovation is trying to take the 3rd base. Trap might catch him off guard when he's trying to land the 3rd base, and it looks like since Innovation was not sieged up, he is going to rush in there right now and get on top of all those tanks. Immortals targeting down all the siege tanks, Zealots on top of all the infantry and the mech that's right there, and Trap just smashes that army of Innovation. Zealots now chasing the siege tank onto the high ground, and they will pick that siege tank off as well. Zealots on top of all the production for Terran. Trap's doing a phenomenal job right now, but on the other side of the map, Banshees are picking off multiple probes already. 14 probes have gone down, but 24 SCVs have also been taken down as well. Trap now is warping onto the high ground. Cloak Banshees are here as well. Is there an observer here? I do not see an observer at all. Where is the observer? It's in the main base. The other ones, they're both at home. Trap does not have a main base. Does not have an observer with the main army. And the main army is being surrounded by SCVs. 57 SCVs have been killed. 32 probes have been killed as well. One of the Banshees has lost his cloaking field, but Trap is still pushing on. He's still constantly warping in, doing as much damage as he can, but he does not have detection. But can Innovation really come back? Oh, blinks onto the tank, and GG is called. Well played by Trap there. He smelled blood and he went for the kill. He saw Innovation was trying to do the same thing, mech it up, and he had the instinct to kill there, and he jumped right on top of those siege tanks before Innovation could siege him up properly as soon as the 3rd base was landing, and he got him. Well, now we will go to the last game of the best of 5. What is up, guys, and welcome back to game 5 and the final game of the best of 5 between Innovation and Trap. These guys have fought a monstrously battle. Monstrously? Sure. Let's just go with that. They fought a tremendous battle so far, with a back and forth, and now they are tied up for the last game. Now is when the special strats come out. I wonder if any of them are going to change up their build orders, or if they're just going to do the same thing once again. But nonetheless, it should be interesting on what they do. Trap going for a gateway? That's interesting. Oh, I guess since this map you can't really Reaper jump until unless you're right over here. But you can Reaper jump over here, I believe. That's probably why he's building the gateway right over there. That makes sense. But Innovation. Barracks on the low ground. That should force Trap to worry. He might just, it looks like he is just gonna be scaring Trap, thinking it's just gonna be a proxy, but in reality, the barracks is right here. But Trap, wise enough, he knows what Innovation is doing, and he does scout that out. He's probably gonna harass the SCV too. So there you go, nice play there by Trap, and I believe he's gonna take his natural. There we go. Can he? Oh, he almost takes down the SCV, which would cancel the production of that barracks, and that would really put a hurt on for Innovation. But Reaper is on the way. Cybercore isn't even finished yet. I think that Reaper will get across the map pretty fast, and I feel like he might be able to pick off a couple probes. That's what it looks like so far. But it looks like he is building a factory in the wall. But Trap building a pylon there just to scout for any incoming attacks. Still scouting around just to make sure Innovation isn't pulling out any more cheesy strats. But it looks like the Reaper is going to go back to pick up that probe instead of going straight to the base. Stalker is being chrono boosted by Trap. Sorry, I just missed that. Looks like, ooh, Trap switching it up, going with the Stargate. Innovation looks like he's still going for the same thing. Just going for the command center on the high ground. He's not going to make it on location. He is a little bit behind there. But I wonder if he's going to go for Phoenixes or if he's just going to go for like a couple Oracles. But that's a nice wall off there by Trap. The Reaper will not be able to get in there unless it goes all the way around. But Trap is just going to be saturating his natural now. And I believe Innovation did see Stargate. Yep. So he should have full vision of that. He's going for his own starport in his main base. But his command center is very delayed. And it's going to be super late compared to Trap's. Oh my goodness. He just let a Reaper, 2 Reapers, and a Hellion in. Trap. Oh, yeah, you better run there. He almost trapped himself in there. Nice body block there with those couple probes that sacrificed their lives. That could have been a world of hurt for Trap. Can he pick up the Reaper? Oh, nice body block. Another one right there. And he does pick off the entire little force there that Innovation was charging in with. But Natural is just now landing, but you can tell by the workers there's so much more income for Trap at this time. Already like 200 to 300. Even with the mule mining there. So that shows a lot. Once that dies down, it'll be even less. Trap's gonna see if he can move across the map and maybe do some more damage here. But Liberator now on the way, along with the Cyclone. I think since Innovation needs more defenses, Trap is gonna dive in with that Oracle right now on top of the Cyclone. Can he pick up that Cyclone? Or will? No, he won't be able to pick up that Cyclone, but he's gonna be able to get some SCVs for his troubles. 2 SCVs have been picked up. The Stalker, you might want to move the Stalker back. Oh, Trap is playing with such risky units right now, and he loses. He's gonna lose both Stalkers and the Oracle. Well, he saves one Stalker, but he does lose the Oracle. That wasn't very good by Trap. He got a little too anxious there. He didn't know what to target. He had SCVs attacking them. He saw juicy SCVs. He saw juicy Cyclone. Third base. No, that is something I don't know if I agree with. I mean, Trap, you don't have much out, man. You have like 33 workers there. Oh, so I was gonna say Liberator inside the main base does pick up a couple probes. But Innovation looks like he's just starting to build units now. And he's already attacking their base. You're gonna want to cancel that. He's got a ragtaggedy, 2 Cyclones, a Viking, 3 Marines. I don't know what kind of a force this is, but Trap, what do you have? You have a Stalker. Alright, you got 3 Stalkers and an Oracle. What are you gonna do with this? I mean, Innovation is putting on a good amount of pressure. 2 Stalkers are being warped in as well. This will push him back. But Innovation, he's just gonna start macroing now. Their base is on the way for Innovation. Trap, I think he wants to put on some pressure after making this proxy pylon. Innovation did not scout that. So maybe he wants to end the game early. I mean, he's not taking his 3rd base either. He lost 13 probes. Where did he lose that to? I think it was probably the Liberator that was in his base. But it looks like he is going for last-ditch effort right now to see just what he can do. But with the tank there as well, I don't think he's going to be able to do much. The Oracle does get picked up, and Innovation wins the game. GG is called by Trap. Wow. What a best of 5. That was an incredible back and forth best of 5 by both players. But Innovation does snag the victory in the last match. Whew, that was quite the cast. First time doing a series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But if you guys did, please leave a like. It would mean a lot. Subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!